Good afternoon. Today I'm going to talk to you about why I think college athletes should be paid. College athletes bring in millions of dollars for the NCAA and their respective universities. Without the athletes, the sports would not be the big money makers that they are. Athletes are not compensated for their athletic contributions and should have benefits on injuries sustained during their college careers. 10% of athletes go on to play pro sports. So obviously we are not talking about those athletes. It's the other 90% that might get hurt and do not have the ways or means to deal with their injuries later in life. Athletes bring in big money for their universities and the NCAA. In 2012, according to ESPN.com, the NCAA made $800 million from college athletics. The Division I scholarship is worth an average of $25,000 a year. The average Division I football player is worth approximately $121,000 to their university. It can be upwards of $250,000 to $300,000 for the big Division I schools like Alabama or Ohio State, Florida State, etc. The average Division I basketball player is worth $265,000 for their university. The Dukes and Kansases of the country, their athletes are worth an upwards of $700,000 to $800,000 a year for their university. With all the perks, college players could earn approximately $53,000. Perks would include food, tuition, books, etc. In my opinion, that's a big discrepancy in the university's favor. Athletes give their blood, sweat, and tears to their universities. In a case where an athlete gets hurt, their injury should be covered for that reason. Also, in today's system, an athlete that has a career-ending injury could lose their scholarship. Let's take a look and see who makes money off of college athletes. NCAA executives make $1 million per year, and the head of the NCAA makes $1.8 million per year, according to USA Today. Coaches make hundreds of thousands of dollars per year, and your major university schools, such as Alabama, Coach Nick Saban makes $7 million a year, plus other bonuses. Also, the NCAA just signed a $10.8 billion TV agreement for the next 15 years. If you don't have good athletes, star athletes, you won't put people in the seats, therefore you won't need advertising. Let's look at a typical day in the life of a college student. They wake up early. After they wake up, they go work out, whether it be conditioning or weights. They go to class. After class, they have 3 or 4 hours of practice a day. After practice, they go to mandatory study hall. If they don't finish all their work at study hall later that evening, they would obviously have homework or study. So it's not as glamorous as people make it out to be. Athletes bring in millions of dollars for their university through the following ways: ticket sales, donations, media rights, advertising, branding, and also away games. If you're not a good team comprised of great athletes, your ticket sales won't be good. Your donations from boosters will not be good. Media will not cover your game, therefore people won't watch it, therefore people won't advertise. Your brand will not sell well. Your Alabamas, your Ohio States, your Floridas, your big-time college sports programs, their branding is a way for them to make big money. And also you get paid for away games. If you don't put people in the seats, nobody will want to play you. The top 3 Division I revenue earning schools from the athletics point of view are Alabama, made $123 million in 2012. Texas made $120 million, and Ohio State made $115 million. This is all just on their athletics alone. In 2012, the NCAA made $800 million from college athletics. 96% of that income came from advertising. Final 4 ad rates for the basketball championship were $700,000 for a 30-second spot. The Bowl Championship Series football game, the ad rate was $1 million per minute. Without athletes putting people in the seats, there would be no advertising money. Athletes are not compensated for their athletic contributions. They should have lifetime medical benefits because they bring millions of dollars in for the university and for the NCAA as a whole, $800 million in 2012. Not all schools are moneymakers, I understand that. However, with some type of equitable distribution from the NCAA, each student athlete could get paid something to help defer their costs, help them with spending money, stuff like that. Also, by doing this, it might deter some of your coaches, boosters, and agents from circumventing the system. In my opinion, college athletes should be paid. Thank you.